Hello, welcome once again. I am Warden Dragon on YouTube, and today I am going to talk about my near-death experience, otherwise known and called as an NDE. So, I had some heart rhythm problems, and it needed to be fixed immediately. And anyway, I had that happen, and before I woke up, I'm going to share with you what I saw, what I didn't, and who was there. So, I start remembering something, and I waking up there, and it was an earth type surrounding. Now, right off the bat, I'm into remote view and sensing and looking and knowing what to look for. Well, I was noticing a presence with me. And I've had many conversations with Father, Jesus, Father. And that's the way I look at it. I always have. So I'm not totally a Christian of the Lutheran, but I am not going to worship anybody. I have not. Previously, before this NDE, while I was standing there, noticing stuff, I had a moment with 20 minutes of unconditional love feeling amongst my body without the pain. It was amazing. There's no words to describe it, otherwise it was Roy effing cool. To let you know. And I sat there, and the word to my mind, like I do, and I'm always thinking and listening. Sometimes I sit here with the radio off and stuff like that. Not always needed while I'm working on a project. I had the 20 minutes, and the mindset that came to me, I believe was not mine, is that everything's okay. I'm okay the way I am. I care. And there's love. I love you. So with that happening, I was like, whoa. I've been beating myself up with it, and then there he was. There's been previous things happening when something really concerns me that's addressed to me straight out, to the point, no guesswork, from Father. And when I call him in dreamland, he's both the Thunderman. And he's always there. I ask for Jesus' help. But nothing is quite like the presence of Father. He's strong. He's going to say what's on his mind, and there's no guesswork. So. Then, anyway, a year later, my NDE, I'm on the table, right? He stopped my heart to put it back in the rhythm. This wasn't very long in Dreamland, but it was longer, I think, than it took for them to reboot me because of the way things went. I was in this park, in between the buildings looking like earthish, kind of like a small town park. There was a big pond between us. What I'm trying to say here, there was a member that looked human and came talk to me. And he sat there and he started talking about, am I going to be giving up on what I'm into to let them just have Earth? I said, no, I will not. And then I felt a presence with me. And the presence goes to me, you've talked to me about a certain situation, right? It's your turn. It is your time, and it is your moment right now. I'm here. So with the big guy upstairs with me in his NDE, absolutely incredible. And behind him, it was to my back right shoulder, right? And beyond him was some beings there. Most say, I bring it up, say angels, which it very could well be, if that's who they are. And I said no to that guy. And as I said no, and he looked like said something else, I could not quite make out, but it wasn't a happy tone. It was like a being that was not really cool about things. He had a certain way that he wanted it, but I didn't let him. But as I stopped and he said something, previously in other moments, there's been a lady that comes to me and helps me through some situation. The last I saw her was with my ex-wife Amy, and the one before that, and always warn me, about that or this. And because of her presence, because of what she said, I let go. And sometimes it was in the near distant future for something even more not cool happen. So she put a kibosh to it. She cares deeply for my welfare. She's been romantic, and she's a woman of dreams. Like I always say, I want to date a girl from beyond Earth. It's a much deeper mind to where I'm going and what I talk about. I'm on places online that the majority don't do, and I'm out there. But anyhow, back to my moment. So Father's giving me this moment, and then what happens next is she puts her hand on my left shoulder, okay? And she starts walking up. He says something else, and then she stood in front of me, kitty corner, in front and to my left, and start yelling. Not a little bit either. She's got some brass. Serious. She's a dream woman of mine. I'd like to know more, but it only comes to me when I need it. So she came, and she yelled, and then from there the next part comes. I start moving in this tunnel. Right? I'm in this tunnel, and I'm going down, and I'm pretty fast. But I noticed when I was in that tunnel, I rationalized thinking it was the doctors talking. And it could have been. It could have been. But I think it was the angels. I heard them talking. I could not make out any words because they were in another language. This I'm sure of. And as I'm going down the tube, that fades away. And after traveling with the light and looking around a little bit that I was kind of sitting to the left side, to my left, key corner a little bit, and I come slow down, and the guy goes, "You ready to go back?" Without question, without hesitation, I said, "Yes, I am." And I woke up, and there was a nurse there. And the nurse had said hello. And shortly thereafter that, I'm awake, right? And then she unhooks me from the equipment. And from the equipment, I'm like, got to pretty much go out. I talked to Dad a little bit. He was the one that gave me a ride. And that's it. But there's more. I'm sorry, but yeah, that's what I meant to say. There's more. And while we just went away, right? Previously, in another time frame, this is NDE, there was another moment. I was coming down in the asteroid plane, they call it, when it becomes really like you're there. This is that quality. I come up, I see him, I open my eyes, and I find myself speeding, pretty darn moving quick to my body. I looked, there I was laying, and boom! Excuse me. And I hit my body and I wake up the same position I was laying. That I saw myself lay there. And I don't remember much prior to that. But after my NDE, there was another one. That one, I come in a tunnel first off. I don't remember nothing prior. I was in the tunnel. This one's got a extra special twist to it. I didn't hear the voices alongside the wall this time. And, well, I come to a stop again after being in the tunnel a little bit. It was like gray. And it was gray. Let me finish this one first. I stopped and he asked me if I'm ready again. And I said, yep. This is where it was different. All of a sudden, I did not just wake up. I would start feeling the sensations of my body, its aches and pains, and all of that, like a bucket of water being thrown on your head. It trickled down that way. It was the best, closest thing I can do to describe it. And that was really cool. And, well, come back and feeling the pain. Where I was, the energy feeling isn't quite like, holy bucks, is cool. But that was not the intent. The intent was my wish to Father and my request. He fulfilled that dream during the NDE. So, but I felt the pale water and woke up. It took a while, maybe about 20 seconds. I started feeling the water. The energy trickled down, the pain is kind of trickling down, and then I woke up. There is one more, but I do not remember nothing of it. So, there's that. Be open-minded about it. I got to see the dude, and this girl came back after a 15-year period of not seeing her. And, she was around the first time I was married. She was around the second time I got married. And she come to me and we had a conversation. She's got the dark hair, slender legs, and I seen her face here a little bit. I think I did. In a nighttime visitation. Just once. And nothing's really said. She is a very pretty girl. And she's been like a guardian. And there's one more thing I wanted to bring up. Well, I'll leave it as that. And everybody, thank you for joining my stream. And we'll see you again on the other side. Unless I think of what I forgot. But there's dreams, and pay attention to your thoughts sometimes. If you really don't think logically, you're not cranky, you could be influenced. I'm sure of this. So, anyhow, blessings to you. It's been fun, and this has been my NDE. Opportunities can be given to you if you ask. Go on good times, go on bad times. And then ask for help and treat him like a loving father. I'm not exactly talking father here, biblically. So if it doesn't go sit well with you, that's your deal, not mine. But I wouldn't give up the presence of Father with me. So, peace and blessings. One Dragon, we're on the side here. Catch you later, everybody.